So I just want to say that I called you.
So get this. Oprah just casually roasted Meghan Markle on a podcast, and hardly anyone noticed at first. But the few who did, they're having an absolute field day dissecting every syllable. Meghan, who's famously sensitive about her name, titles, and the whole Sussex branding, just got put on blast by the very woman who once gave her a global platform. And the wildest part, Oprah did it in such a breezy, cheeky tone that she could totally claim it was just a joke. But let's not kid ourselves, it wasn't. It all went down on Kelly Ripa's podcast, Let's Talk Off Camera, when Oprah was asked a totally random question, would she want baby chicks as a gift? Odd, right? But Oprah didn't miss a beat. Her response, I'd run them straight over to the Sussex sex. She stretched the name Sussex into a tongue twister that sounded more like a punchline than a royal title. The crowd laughed, Kelly Ripa smiled, and the conversation moved on. But the internet, it erupted. Meghan's fans were not amused. Meanwhile, the anti-Meghan crowd practically popped champagne. Underneath the viral memes and hot takes, though, there was a real sting. Because context is everything, and in this case, context is brutal. Rewind to 2021. Oprah is the same woman who sat down with Meghan and Harry in that legendary interview. She handed them the world's biggest microphone and let them air every royal grievance. The palace came off as cold and calculating, while Meghan emerged as a misunderstood outsider. Oprah made that moment happen. She gave Meghan her global rebrand. So for Oprah to now be mispronouncing Sussex like it's a punchline, that hits different, especially when Meghan spent the past year trying to turn her title into a lifestyle brand. Remember a few months ago when Meghan corrected Mindy Kaling on her Netflix show. It's Meghan Sussex now, don't you know? She quipped. The internet cringed. For one thing, it's not even accurate. Her real name, Rachel Meghan Markle. Not Meghan Sussex. Not Duchess. Just Rachel. But she's been pushing the Meghan Sussex thing like it's the next big celebrity brand. And honestly, it's starting to feel forced. Try hard energy, as the kids say. Here's where it gets messy. Meghan's inner circle is reportedly in meltdown mode. Not just over Oprah's podcast joke, but the whole vibe shifts surrounding Meghan's place in Hollywood. Insiders claim Meghan felt blindsided. Imagine thinking you've got Oprah in your corner, only for her to turn you into a punchline. This isn't even the first sign of frost. Last year, at a Montecito book launch, Oprah showed up late, kept her distance from Meghan, and didn't even offer a wave. No public support, not even a social media repost of Meghan's infamous gift baskets, those curated bundles of organic tea, monogram stationery, and hand-poured candles that Meghan sends to just about every A-lister in California. You know Oprah received one, but she left it on read. No thank you, no shout-out, nothing. That kind of silence is louder than any public shade. So what changed? Why is Oprah, the queen of calculated moves, suddenly keeping Meghan at arm's length? Hollywood's power players don't drop someone unless there's a reason. And when they do, it's rarely messy. They just go quiet. Invite lists get shorter. Phone calls stop coming. Oprah's podcast dig wasn't random, it was strategic. The truth is, being too close to Meghan and Harry's ongoing royal saga isn't doing anyone's brand any favors these days. The tides have shifted. Sympathy for Meghan, once at a fever pitch, is cooling. The narrative feels stuck. The same old talking points, the same claims, the same misunderstood Duchess angle. In Hollywood, predictability is the kiss of death. Surprise and reinvention keep you relevant. And right now, Meghan's story isn't evolving. It's stuck on repeat. Even Mindy Kaling looked caught off guard during that infamous Netflix moment when Meghan insisted on being called Meghan Sussex. You could see Mindy pause, trying to figure out if she was being pranked, if this was a bit, or if Meghan really believed it. Meanwhile, Meghan's team is scrambling. They know losing Oprah isn't just about losing a powerful friend. It's about the domino effect. If Oprah's done, others will follow. Hollywood's upper crust is loyal to one thing, the brand. And Oprah's brand is wisdom, success, longevity. Getting dragged into royal family drama muddies that image. There's also a delicious irony at play. Meghan, after fighting so hard to break away from the royal family, now clings to the Sussex title for marketability. She wants independence, but relies on a royal title she technically can't use for commercial gain. The contradiction is glaring, and more people are noticing. Oprah's joke was a wink to the rest of us. This whole thing is getting ridiculous. Then came the ducklings. Yes, you read that right. According to tabloid lore, Meghan showed up at Oprah's house with a box of ducklings, begging for help with an urgent animal rescue. The official story painted Meghan as some spontaneous animal-loving neighbor. But let's be real, no one's buying it. The timing was too perfect, the story too cute. It looked like a desperate attempt to rekindle warmth with Oprah. But Oprah didn't bite. Not a single post, not a single photo. Silence. Social media, as always, was ruthless. One viral comment summed up the mood. Oprah is for Oprah. And that says it all. Oprah's not in the business of loyalty, she's in the business of legacy. If you become a liability, you're out. Hollywood's elite have a playbook. First comes the subtle shade, jokes instead of praise, silence instead of support. Old allies grow quiet, public sympathy fades, and all those carefully built connections start to evaporate. Right now, Meghan's living that script. She went from the woman who shook up the monarchy to the punchline of LA's latest in joke. Even the gift baskets have become a meme, beautiful, excessive, performative. Meghan likely sent one to Oprah after the podcast dust-up, hoping for a peace offering. But Oprah left it unseen. In influencer circles, that's a soft block. Meghan's problem isn't the joke, it's the isolation that follows. You can survive a roast. You can't survive silence in an industry built on connection and visibility. And Meghan's losing not just Oprah, but the entire safety net she thought she locked down when she and Harry moved to California. Invitations are thinning. Collaborations are drying up. The insiders are whispering. Too much drama. So what's next? There's a pattern to Hollywood exits. First, you notice the change in tone. Praise replaced by sarcasm, support replaced by distance. The media starts to shift. The public grows bored. And suddenly, you're out in the cold, no longer relevant, no longer newsworthy. Meghan's brand has always thrived on attention. But attention, when negative or repetitive, ceases to be a tool and becomes a trap. The narrative hasn't evolved. The victim card, once powerful, has a shelf life. In Hollywood, the only way to extend your stay is reinvention. Meghan's reinvention, so far, hasn't landed. She tried with Spotify, one season, canceled. Netflix documentaries fizzled. Lifestyle products didn't catch fire. The Sussex label, once a novelty, now feels tired. And here's the most brutal truth. Meghan's greatest fear isn't criticism. It's indifference. Oprah's silence is more damning than any headline. It means Meghan no longer matters enough to argue with. That's a fate far worse than being mocked. Oprah was never Meghan's security blanket. She was a business ally. When the value of that alliance dropped, so did the warmth. Meghan wanted to rewrite the rules, to step out of the palace and into power. But now she's caught in no man's land, neither side wants her. The royals have moved on. Hollywood's losing interest. Oprah's already laughing about it. Here's the twist that keeps people reading. Meghan could still turn it all around. Hollywood loves a comeback, maybe more than a downfall. All it takes is a real reinvention, a new narrative, one that's more than just misunderstood Duchess. It'll require humility, creativity, and a willingness to let go of the old playbook. But as things stand, Meghan's still playing checkers while Oprah's playing chess. The game has changed, and the world is watching. Will Meghan finally make the move that surprises us all, or will she become another cautionary tale in the city of reinvention? Either way, you can bet everyone, from LA to London, will be watching every twist. Because in the end, Hollywood loves drama, but it loves a plot twist even more.